And now we're going to talk about the future. The best case scenario, the ITER project is a monumental success. Magnet confinement fusion helps the United States and other member nations multiply their energy output by 10 and eventually 50 times the energy put in. Production of hydrogen will be made cheaper through advancements in solar power and electrolysis. The fuel cell will be made cheaper and more efficient through nanotechnology advances and become the standard means of powering all transportation. Hydrogen-powered spacecraft travel to the Moon, Mars, and orbiting space laboratories to collect canisters containing hydrogen produced using solar-powered electrolysis. The hydrogen farmed from space will be used in magnetic confinement fusion reactors, thus providing us with an unlimited supply of energy. Hydrogen will be used to fuel hydroponic farms that will use ultraviolet lights to simulate sunlight. These farms could be stacked like skyscrapers or built in remote areas to increase the world's agricultural output. Water purification and desalination plants using renewable hydrogen energy could sift through undrinkable water and make fresh water available to all the regions of the world. Unlimited energy will unlock many opportunities and will eventually lead mankind from a global age into an intergalactic one. Now let's talk about the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, the ITER facility in southern France blows up and au revoir, no more France. Unable to overcome the obstacles of safety, affordability, and political maneuvering, hydrogen is put on the shelf indefinitely. The world is forced to rely on fossil fuel reserves and their failing alternatives until they run out. Society is thrown into turmoil as wars are fought for the last vital reserves of fuel and the global economy stalls as transportation comes to a near standstill. The population of the world continues to grow, but technology regresses to the post-industrial era. The Earth is unable to support the growth in human population, and the next great ice age extinguishes humankind. Now let's talk about the most likely case scenario. The most likely case scenario for hydrogen is that the transition to a hydrogen economy is a gradual one. Spurred on by the success of the ITER, politicians dump money into what is now seen as the fuel of the future. Schools will embrace hydrogen and other alternative fuels because for the children of tomorrow, the solution to our current energy crisis will shape their future. Transportation is going to be slow to adapt, and car manufacturers are going to rely on a mixture of gasoline, electric, and hydrogen fuel cells to bridge the gap in technology. Nations that rely on fuel reserves for political clout are going to find that their influence gradually wanes as depleting fossil fuels are replaced by their alternatives. As humankind transitions into a sustainable entity, we begin to appreciate the world we were given and expand our efforts to protect it. Ecological activism will be an ever-increasing trend. The transition to hydrogen will be a gradual one, 20 to 100 years from now, but the potential is enormous. Thank you.